Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video we'll be unboxing the Battle Systems City Block Core Set. Here we go, here's our Battle Systems City Block Core Set, and this is a really awesome looking set. I can't wait to get it built. It's going to be perfect for any kind of miniature agnostic game, as this isn't associated with any game in particular. So if you play games like Last Days, My Own Weekend Warriors, or even games like Marvel Crisis Protocol, I think this is going to be perfect for it. So in this video, I'll go through all the content so you can see exactly what's included in the box, and then I'll get it all built and laid out on the tabletop so you can see exactly what you get for your money. And price for this is £79.99 the RRP. I paid £68 for it, and you can get some great discounts online. So I'll put some links in the description below that will take you to various places, so it'll be really easy to find. So altogether we're going to get 344 pieces in this set, and it's modular, designed for 28 to 35mm scale, and you don't need to paint it as it's all printed. And if you've seen some of the videos I've done already for Battle Systems Terrain, then you'll see how awesome it is. But let's get started with the City Block Core Set, and on the back we can see exactly what we're going to get included here. So a huge number of contents. We're going to get the printed mat, and then all the different walls and little scatter terrain pieces and clips we need to assemble it to make something like this. But it's completely modular, so you don't have to make it exactly like the image. You can pretty much arrange it however you like and have fun doing it in lots of different ways as well. So let's get it open and we'll check out what's inside. So we'll get the lid off this, and here we can see we've got the mat, and they do some great quality mats. This one's going to be a 2 foot by 2 foot mat, and so we can have a little look here. We've got the street layout. There's one half, and there's the other. I'll get this out on the tabletop once we've gone through all the contents, and you can have a real good look at the mat before I put any of the actual buildings on it. But really good quality, nice thick neoprene, like mouse mat material, really printed to a high quality, and these are great. I've got a bunch of these mats now. The ones that come with core space are really good, but I also bought some separate ones for the grass and like the mud as well for the more medieval scenes. But there we go, so we get that mat. So already we're off to a good start. We've got our mat for the street, and then we get all our clips that we need to assemble the buildings and the different parts with. So we get a bunch of these plastic clips, and I'll show you exactly how it works and how to put it all together later on. And then the rest is going to be pretty much lots of different printed cards that we can assemble into the different buildings. So we get a huge pile of card here, so let's get this open and we'll have a look at the print quality, and you can see it all up close. So I'll just get this off. But it's really fun to build. It reminds me of being a kid. It's a sort of like nostalgic feeling of getting these sets that you can build out of cardboard, but with these it's a lot better quality. So it's nice and thick and really good quality printing, and really awesome when it's put together. It's very immersive as well. So if you're playing a skirmish game and you really want to get immersed in the terrain, then this is going to be fantastic. There's so many little details, as you can see here, that really bring it to life, and I think it's just fantastic. I can't say enough good things about the Battle Systems Terrain. Altogether, we're going to get 20 sheets of the card, and you can see it's printed on both sides. And this is a really nice touch because the floor has got two different styles, so you can choose whichever one you like to use. And the same with the walls, you've got different on the back as well, so you can really mix it up. For the inside buildings you might want this, but you could also use that for the inside, for the outside as well, if you want a different colour. And it's all these little signs for the different buildings that really add to the immersion of it as well. So it looks like we're going to get, what, 2 of the same one here. So we're going to get 2 of those. So that's where you'd want to be mixing up the floor, or maybe having both pieces the same, as if it's one large building area or something like that. So you get 2 of those. And then we're going to get this one with a fire escape and all sorts. And then we've got little chairs. You'll see little bits of furniture mixed in. Again, double-sided. So all these are going to be double-sided. So we get 1, 2 of those as well. Then we get some roof trim, some more floors. And then on the back, we can see that's totally different. Nice touch with things like this. Really adds to it all. So this is what brings it all to life. Then we've got a huge area of floor in there and some little components for the crates. The crates are really fun because you can add little elements to your game where you search for things. So that's really good. So we're going to get 2 of those. And it looks like we get another large one, but with different floor tiles here. So 1, 2, 3 of this one. So 3 of those. And you can see we can really get some height. These are all going to be the different floors for the building. So it's really going to scale up. Then we've got lots of cool pallets, some works barriers, all these awesome things. And this is all going to, again, just be scatter terrain that really shows like what's going on. And then we've got all different furniture, settees, sofas, tables, beds, all sorts. So we get 2 of those as well. And then we've got lots of interior walls. So loads of walls. So we're going to get 1, 2, 3. 3 of the same one there. So that's going to give us 3 interior walls. Then we've got the exterior walls. So we've got glass doors as well for like shop fronts and things like that. So these are printed up really nicely. Again, very different. So you can have different looks to the outside of the buildings. So we get 2, 3, 4 of those. So we get 4 different ones. And so with these 20 sheets, we're going to be able to build a really nice terrain setup that we can use for some skirmish battles. And I think this is going to be perfect for my own game, Weekend Warriors, where I'll be using some zombies that I got from Zombicide, and those will be the miniatures I used, as well as some hero figures I got from loads of different companies, but I'll feature those in some other videos. But now we've gone through all this, I'll just get it all taken out of the card and then lay it all out with all the different components, and then I'll show you how to put together a building. Okay, so now I've taken everything out of the cardboard sheets, and you can see we've got a ton here. We've got piles of walls that we can use for the outer buildings, and then we've got all the inner pieces as well. We've also got these little sections which are kind of like jagged edges, so they're really good for any like buildings that have been like smashed up or blown apart or broken into, so they're going to come in really handy. We got these broken floor tiles, so they're going to be nice for some corner pieces. Then we've got these smaller like tiles, which are going to be for like the roof, or you can use them as ground tiles as well. And inside you can see they've got some really nice details, and on here you can even see there's like some shells from shotguns and things like that. So they're going to be for some smaller buildings, or even if you use one of the bigger buildings, you could put a little one on top like that, so that works nicely. And then we've got all these again double-sided with all nice details, and so we've got 5 of these large ones. So now I'll just put together some different things. So we'll look at the doors, I'll do some outer buildings and some of the inner walls as well, and just show you how it all goes together. Okay, so let's keep it really simple, and first we'll just build a small building. So we'll take one of these roof tiles, and I'll just take 3 windows pieces and 1 of the door pieces. And that's all we need to get started with, and we've got a little door as well. And when you put the doors up, you get these little slots, and that's a little stand for the door. So you pop that in, and then the door will stand up. So when you put it inside like that, the wall, you can have it so the door's closed, and then you can just move it so it signifies it's open. So if you're playing a game where you've got to use an action to open a door, or you don't know what's behind it until you open it up, then that's really great for gameplay. So there's lots of features in there. You've also got little touches like this, which is really cool. So you could either take this piece of the window out, so you can always kind of shoot through it or whatever, or you could have it so that you have to smash it and then you can shoot through to the other side with more accuracy. So that's a nice feature as well. So you've got all these little touches which I think are really great. But to build, you can pretty much put this together however you like. There's no rules, and there's some great tutorials on the Battlesystems website which I'll link below so you can see that. But just make something like this. You get the little pegs, and then we'll just tip a bunch out. And I'm just going to take some of these little corner pieces, and then you basically just slot it in like that, and then you just work your way building around, keep slotting it in until you get your 4 corners all assembled and your 4 walls. And it really is as simple as that. And the layouts, obviously with this mean, because there's no set way of doing it, you can make lots of different scenarios, which is great. If you're playing like a campaign and you want to have it in a city, you can make the city look very similar in the aesthetic, but the design and the layout will be totally different, which I think is really good. But there we go. So that's just a little square, and it's really, that's all there is to it. And then this can just sit on top and balance. If you get it just right, it'll kind of balance on there. But that, you know, once you knock it, that's going to fall through. So what you can do is just get some of these little cross pegs, and then you could pop one in each of these little clips here, and then that'll just slot in onto the roof as well. And then that's really solid. That's going to stay as it is. Just smashed the window already. Let's pop that back in. So there we are. So now we've got a little building. We've got a roof, but we might want to put something on there so that they don't fall off the edge, or even to give a little bit of cover. And that's where you get these little pieces, which are really handy, and they can just slot in like that. And then all of a sudden, you've got a nice little barrier on the roof, which is awesome. And then you can put all your different features like signs and all the little furniture and things on top as well. And if you wanted to use this on a big building, so the same process, you could put together a big building like this, that could sit on the top, and then when you go inside, you could lift it off, and then you can see in there. And especially if you're using the different coloured tiles like this, or maybe this one, you could even do that. And so you take it off, and then there could be furniture inside, things to search, and all sorts of things like that. So that's the idea behind putting it all together. And then really it's using your imagination, using all these jagged edges, and just making lots of different buildings to populate your city with. So now I'm going to put everything together. I'll use all the pieces that you can see here, and then I'll build it on the game mat, and you can see what it looks like when it's all assembled. But it's amazing, out of these 20 sheets of card, just how much terrain you can build. Right, let's have a look at some of the furniture, and I've put it all together, all the little pieces of scatter and furniture, and I put it all in this box here. So we'll have a look at it all one at a time. We've got things like this wardrobe, and it's really easy to assemble. So basically you would get the piece like that, you bend it in the pre-scored slots, and then you take the other piece, all labelled, so it's really easy to do. And again, videos on the terrain, on the Battle Systems terrain website, so you can see how it's done. And you just slot it in, and that's it. You could glue it if you wanted to, or if you want to flat pack it, just leave it unglued, and then you could disassemble it and put it together again each time you play. But I'll leave all these in one piece. And what I tend to do is just keep these in the box the game came in, and then all these other pieces for the main buildings I'll keep built up on a shelf or in another box. So there's that. We've got things like a vending machine, really nice touch, some great artwork on there. We've got filing cabinets, and they're hollow at the back, so you can even hide things in them, which is really fun during gameplay for searching and things like that. We've got little barricades. I love these little barriers. They really add to the game. And then we've got things like little tiny chairs, like office chairs. We've got shelving units, sofas, so you could set up like a living space. And then we've got these great little crates, which you can hide things in. Again, if you use a search action in a game to look for things, then you can hide tokens, or you can put little things to represent objects in there, even just number tokens, and then those number tokens refer to a table that you look at, and then you know what you found. So that's a nice option too. We've got a fridge. What else we got here? Bed. You even got a bed, and there's room to hide things under the bed as well. So you could really build in the searching for this. You've got little fences that stand up on their own, and a dustbin. And all you need to do for this is just slot it together. Again, you could glue it. And what I've done here for the lid, it comes in two parts. So I've just glued that on, that little piece inside, and that fits in this little gap. So then that kind of stays on a little bit more, and it's not going to fall off all that easily when you're playing and moving around. But perfect to hide things in again. So this really gives you lots of options. You've got a little mail box too. And then you get these little crates, and I've just glued these little strips of card on, so they've got like little pallets. So, and then you can stack those up, and even just these little cardboard pallets add a load of character to a scene. And then what else we got here? This big stop sign, so you could even block the road off. That's really nice. We've got stairs that we can put in buildings. If a building's ruined, that'll come in really handy. And then things like these signs, these are really great. And they can just stand up. You can fix those to the building with pegs if you want to. And then we've got all these little bits of scatter as well that we can just lay around. Again, if your building's collapsed, you might want to just prop a few bits on it like that, just to show it's all smashed in. So these are all the little pieces that we can use to add character to the different buildings we make. We can put them inside, some out on the street, especially these barriers, and you can really start using them to help you in your scenarios for your different games. Here's the mat now, all laid out on the table. So this is a 2 foot by 2 foot mat, and it's a little bit buckled just where it was folded. So I'm going to put some weights on that and really push those creases out overnight. But you can see there's some fantastic detail on here. I've got some pictures I've taken so you can see that detail a little bit closer in a second. But overall, great looking mat, nice T section for the road. And here's some of that detail. You can see all the floor coming up. You've got stains and cracks and chipped pavements. You can see on the road, it's all like damaged as some of the pavement tiles have come up. We've even got little shells dotted around from shotguns, which is really awesome. And I love this one. It could be like a diner. You got all sorts on the floor there. And here's a good view of that T section of the road. So you can put the buildings in 2 of the corners and then have one long one down almost a third of the whole section. And I've got some other cool stuff going on at the moment. So I've got lots of different gaming mats and scenarios all laid out on the table. And you'll find out more about that really soon. And now you can see all the terrain built and assembled onto the mat. I think it looks awesome. We've got this high-rise 4-story building in the centre and then single stories either side. And then we've got some 2-story buildings on the other side of the mat. And here you can see this one's been completely ruined. The floors collapsed. There's still a bit of stairs left, a vending machine and all sorts. And across the road, you've got this little, what could be a supermarket maybe. So perfect for that zombie genre. That really fit in well. And then here you can see up the street, you got a view, and on top there, you got even got some fence to use as cover. So this is really great terrain. And when you put it together, this is just like one example, really. I've just copied it off the box art, no instructions. I looked at the videos on the website, on the Battle Systems website, to get an idea of some of the little pieces, but really just putting it together by eyeing up that picture, and it goes together really easy. And these little scattered terrain and pieces of furniture look really fantastic and really add a lot of character, and the immersion this will give you in your game is just awesome. And here you can see all the different furniture pieces spread around this ruined building, and as we cross over the road we can see that longer building, and each floor can be lifted off and then you can get access inside, and so you can really move around, explore, search the area, look in the filing cabinets, the fridges, under the tables and all sorts. So many options for your gameplay, just incredible. You've even got fire escapes here. You can take the ladders off, put them back on, anything you like, and really play that into your games. And I really like this little feature. So simple, just a stop sign barrier, but it really gives an idea that the road's been blocked off, and then you can just imagine zombies all running towards this, climbing all over it. Here's a cargo crate I popped on that I've opened up in a separate video, and so you can use that in here as well. So bring in other pieces of terrain and mix it up. And now I've got some miniatures just to show you an idea of size. And these are some Infinity miniatures, really great quality, these really fantastic models, and I'll be getting these painted up and using them no doubt in my own game Weekend Warriors that will make use of this terrain, so I can't wait for that. But really looks great when you look at it like this. You can get some fantastic angles, lots of options for cover behind things like this mail thing, the cargo crates, the doors open so you can go in the buildings. You can get some nice vantage points up on the top and use the signs for cover as well. So some really great opportunities to lay the terrain out to match your different missions. You can search the building and move around the corners. Maybe a zombie's coming down the stairs, you don't know till you go around the corner. And here's a nice bird's eye view of the whole layout, just showing you there's a huge amount of terrain in this when you build it all up. So really excited to get playing on this. And again, here's the table with about 8 different scenarios going on at the moment. And I'll be bringing out some videos that'll introduce you to all these different terrain sets very soon. I'll put a link below to the Battle Systems website where you can buy this, and you can also see the tutorials as well. So they've got tutorials for all the different types of terrain they make for core space, fantasy, sci-fi and this urban apocalypse, and you can see you've got lots of videos for even just down to the furniture, and then showing you how to assemble the buildings, put everything together, and some different options and different ideas and tips on how to put it all together. So yeah, really helpful videos, so I can definitely recommend checking out. And I'll put some links to some other places where you can pick it up as well. But Battle Systems does deliver across the world to all different countries. And you'll even find it stocked in lots of places too. But I'll put a link to Element Games where you can save on the RRP. So at the minute you can save 10% and get it for $71.99. And that'll be an affiliate link, but it won't cost you anything extra. You'll save some money and also support the channel as I get a small commission. So if you do choose to do that, thanks so much for that support. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the video and that this gave you a good idea about what the Battle Systems terrain is all about. This city block set's awesome and I think it's going to be great fun to play in some zombie skirmishes, so I can't wait for that. But I'd love to know what you think about it. Maybe you've got it already or perhaps you're interested in it, but let me know in the comment section below. It'd be great to hear your thoughts and your feedback. But for now, thanks so much for watching. Please like if you like it and subscribe for more videos like this. And don't forget to hit that notification bell to join me next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. If you like this kind of content and would like to support the channel, then please check out my Patreon page. And thanks to everyone who's joined so far. It's really awesome. We hang out on Discord, talk about the hobby, share ideas and help each other out. And you'll get some perks there that you're not going to find anywhere else. So I'll put a link in the description and it'd be great to see you there.